Good evening, I'm Bill Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stephanie Rochon. CBS 6 News has obtained surveillance video of a Henrico lawmaker accused of sex crimes against a teenager being booked inside the county jail. Now, this video shows Delegate Joe Morrisey being fingerprinted and booked this evening.
Relationship with an underage girl.
Y'all excuse me, you're getting it back.
Text messages and graphic pictures help them build their case.
CBS 6 News broke this story last summer, and tonight we have team coverage of the new indictments. In just a moment, our Tracy Sears will tell us why Morrisey's lawyers say the special prosecutor is out to get him.
But we start tonight with our John Burkett to tell us what happened after Morrisey was booked tonight. John's live outside the courthouse. John?
Bill, Delegate Joe Morrisey turns himself in to Henrico County deputies here at the jail around 5:52 tonight. He is booked and then released on a $50,000 bond. He will most likely face a circuit court judge in the morning. Here's jail surveillance video. Delegate Joe Morrisey waiting to be booked inside the Henrico County jail, then setting up for his mugshot, then getting his fingerprints done. Last August, I caught up with Morrisey as he was leaving the General Assembly building downtown. You have anything you want to say about this police investigation involving you and a 17-year-old girl?
Don't know anything about it.
But a special grand jury decides he did know about it and indicts him for 4 felonies and a misdemeanor. Accused of sex crimes involving a 17-year-old girl that worked at his East End law firm.
Essentially having sex with her at his law office while she was an employee. Electronic solicitation of a minor for soliciting sexual photographs from her.
Special Prosecutor William Neely alleges in the indictment that Morrisey sent text messages to the underage girl in August of 2013, confirming a sexual liaison the two had. The document also saying that Morrisey solicited a nude photograph of the teen to allegedly help him fantasize about their next encounter. Prosecutors say the teen responded with a naked photo of herself, which they claim
they caught your ass.
Felony convictions would essentially be a career ender.
That's good.
Investigators say it appears the girl lied about her age to land the job at Morrisey's law office, saying she was 22. But Neely says they have further evidence that the law office and staff knew her true age prior to the August 20th alleged sexual encounter.
Good.
And if convicted, Bill and Stephanie, Special Prosecutor William Neely says the charge against Morrisey, he could face up to more than 30 years behind bars. He's also saying they are all also sex offender registry offenses. Reporting live in Henrico County tonight, John Burkett, CBS 6 News.
Take him back.
John, Joe Morrisey's lawyers say the special prosecutor in this case has a vendetta against their client tonight. Tracy Sears uncovered new details about the history between these two men, and she also interviewed a lawyer who once got into a fist fight with Morrisey inside a Richmond courthouse.
Calling the charges baseless, attorneys for Delegate Joe Morrisey publicly defended the lawmaker on Monday.
This is the first time in the history of the Commonwealth that we are aware of a person being indicted for an offense that the alleged victim and her family plainly stated did not occur.
Yes,
facing 5 felony counts for an alleged relationship with his then 17-year-old receptionist, who Morrisey claims to have thought was 22. His attorneys say this case is less about the facts and more about a personal vendetta by Special Prosecutor William Neely.
Good, Neely.
In 2011, Neely wrote a note opposing the reinstatement of Morrisey's law license, which he had lost in 2003. In the note, Neely called Morrisey a disgrace to all Virginia prosecutors.
That's right.
And a man who completely lacks any moral compass.
That's right.
Neely defended himself Monday, saying the judge who appointed him to the case was aware of that letter.
I did not seek this appointment, and the judge has already ruled back in February that that letter does not constitute a vendetta or any
you just did your job. Good
Attorney
job.
David Ball, who was punched in the face by Morrisey outside a Richmond courtroom in 1991, also petitioned against Morrisey's reinstatement.
That was really contentious.
But on Monday, Ball defended the embattled lawmaker against the new charges he faces, saying they may have little merit.
I mean, the idea of having a statute that says if you have intimate relations with someone who turns out to be too young, even if they misrepresent their age, even if they give you a false ID without knowing that, you can have the requisite intent to be convicted of a felony, that bothers me. That's a statute that shouldn't stand.
Morrisey's attorneys say 6 months ago, the state delegate rejected Mr. Neely's offer to plead guilty to a single misdemeanor charge. They say the indictment today is
You
just
should have seen him with that young black girl at his party, his cookout.
Thank you, Tracy. CBS 6
She
News
won't
broke this
even
story
18.
last
I
August
asked her, I
and
said,
we've
what's your
uncovered new
age? Let me
developments
see
ever
your
since.
ID.
You can find our complete coverage,
Rubbing
including
and
interviews
feeling
and
on
video reports
Morrisey.
on our website, WTVR.com.
New at 11, CBS 6 has learned a Richmond mom arrested and charged after her child was found wandering in the street 3 different times is wanted for a crime in another state 5 years ago. Melissa Nicholas is live on Broad Street.
She was
with
white
details
girl,
on that
that's why
story
y'all
tonight.
let her
Melissa?
go 3 times.
Well, we've made Richmond's Commonwealth's attorney aware of some new information that we've uncovered about Michelle Knighton's past. They say they will review it, and they may take any action that they deem appropriate. A child wanders alone along a busy street in downtown Richmond 3 different times over 4 days.
Because she was a white girl.
His mother, Michelle
If she would have
Knighton,
been
is
blocked,
charged
the
with
child
felony
had been
child
taken
neglect.
away and she
At a
locked
bond
up
hearing, a judge
immediately.
opts to grant Knighton bond despite 4 prior DWI charges, saying Knighton has no history of missing court dates. But we've learned that is not true. According to court records in Charlottesville, Knighton twice failed to appear on a second DUI charge. In both instances, she was found guilty.
And if they think that it's a chance, even a slight chance that you might not show up for court, then they're not letting you out. So I don't know if they got strings pulled.
Here's CBS 6 legal analyst Todd Stone.
That's something that they didn't know at the time, and it might have changed the equation some, and it might have affected the decision of the judge.
That's not all we learned about Knighton's criminal history. Court records in Georgia show she has an outstanding warrant for her arrest for a felony theft charge from 2009.
That's crazy.
Records show a sheriff could not locate Knighton.
There's a detainer in place that holds them in jail until the originating jurisdiction makes a decision about whether they want to extradite her back there or not.
Now, I asked Richmond police about
Take
Knighton's
that baby
outstanding
from her.
warrant. They said they are researching it with a detective who is working the case, and they are not sure at this point if they knew about that warrant after her arrest.
Yeah, they knew. She's
Reporting
a
live
white
on Broad
girl.
Street
They let
tonight,
her
Melissa
off.
Hippolyte, CBS 6.
Fascinating history uncovered there. Thank you, Melissa. A year after a mother was abducted and her husband killed inside their Chesterfield home, police are releasing new photos of the men they say are behind the crime. The 3
Look at 'em.
suspects
They
reportedly approached the
Caucasian.
woman at a storage unit off Jank Road on June 27th last year. She was forced to drive to her home on Bristol Village Drive, where the suspects went through the apartment. Her husband, Abdelmajid El Sayed Hussein, woke up, confronted the men, and was then shot and killed. Anyone
my
tips in
God.
the case should call Crime Solvers. That number, 748-0660.
That last one is Caucasian.
New at 11, Richmond police are investigating this 3-vehicle collision that took place downtown. Witnesses say it started about 7 o'clock tonight when an SUV traveling on 5th Street struck a hotel shuttle traveling on Franklin.
Oh my
The SUV
God.
then spun out, hit a railing on the sidewalk, and then collided with a UPS truck that was heading down Franklin. The driver of the SUV had to be cut out of her vehicle by rescue crews.
Ooh.
It's unclear if anyone involved was seriously hurt or who will be charged.
Well, we had a hot day that was fairly calm, but there's something going on in the tropics that we have to pay attention to.
A reminder, it is hurricane season.